Ukraine, so I guess it will depend if you talk now or at the time of the revolution. Generally, Ukraine, I would say, is seen positively, especially the revolution itself and the effort to be closer to the European Union. Of course, with time, there is also a more nuanced picture, I think, in French media, in Western media in general, about the issues of corruption, for example. That's a big topic, and usually when corruption is discussed in European media, it's not in a very positive way. There are lots of articles about the fact that the fight against corruption is maybe not going that well. But generally, this is still in the context of, I would say, a supportive stance. I mean, I think it's like obvious that there is now much less coverage in French media, especially about Ukraine, than 2 or 3 years ago. That's pretty clear. There is less interest because the main topic for a long time has been the conflict in Donbass, and this has kind of become more quiet. But I think there has also been a change in the topics as well. As the conflict became less discussed, there has been more discussion maybe about reforms. So I said about corruption, about internal issues. And then, of course, Ukraine stays talked a lot about in the context of the general issue of the relation with Russia. But that's like in a more general way when there is the debate about Syria, about influence of Russia in like elections in Western countries. Usually Ukraine is mentioned in the debate, even though it's not going to be the main focus. Success story. Well, I mentioned the issue of decentralization, which has usually been mentioned as one of the big positive change. Generally, on the economic side, there is also the stabilization, let's say. Maybe it's not as positive as some may hope, but the idea that Ukraine has managed to kind of stop the worst in the economic fall down. And there is also generally a lot of coverage about civil society. The topic that civil society has become much stronger, much more influential, that it now plays a real, actual role in how the country is how decisions are being made. That's also usually an important topic, positive topic of coverage. I think, well, of course, obviously the revolution and the annexation of Crimea and the conflict in Donbass, of course, was like a major change for France as well as for the European Union. Ukraine became a major center of attention, and supporting Ukraine became a major objective. But I think overall, if you talk of the issue of, for example, membership to the European Union, there was before kind of skepticism by France, especially in Germany, on this topic, and I think that's still the case, despite everything. That this is an issue that France and Germany prefer, for now at least, not to talk about too much. Getting closer, that Ukraine and European Union would get closer. There is the association agreement, more discussion, more links between the European Union and the Ukraine. Yes, but membership is still kind of a problematic topic, let's say.